Dance now, you overpaid clown! No, juicy, juicy, juicy! Juicy, juicy, juicy!
You're listening to the Jed the Fish Show, and Danny Portugal can suck some balls.
Jed the Fish is awesome.
Grow up and do coke like an adult. Dance now, you overpaid clown! Grow up and do coke like an adult. No, juicy, juicy, juicy!
You're listening to the Jed the Fish Show, and Danny Portugal can suck some balls.
No, juicy, juicy, juicy! Grow up and do coke like an adult. Dance now, you overpaid clown!
Jed the Fish is awesome.
Dance now, you overpaid clown!
Jed the Fish is awesome.
No, juicy, juicy, juicy!
You're listening to the Jed the Fish Show, and Danny Portugal can suck some balls.
Jed the Fish is awesome.
Dance now, you overpaid clown! Grow up and do coke like an adult. No, juicy, no, juicy, Dance now, you overpaid clown! How does it feel to know God hates you?
Welcome! Jed the Fish Show. Hi, I'm Jed the Fish. I'm really sorry for the delay. 23 minutes late. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I'm late. I hope you know how absolutely sincere I'm being when I tell you I'm late. Yeah. Anyway. Hi! If this show goes awry, it is not my problem. There's tornado warnings outside. Mother Nature's a bitch. I can't do anything about it. All I can do is hope for the best. And I want to thank you for joining. How did that sound? Very professional? Uh-huh. Okay, so, every once in a while, stupidity builds up, and it builds up in the Ohio girls soccer world. And it falls on me, every once in a while, to expose the losers. And guess what? I think right about now, it is time.
Jed the Fish is awesome.
Echo. So anyway, I think it's time to welcome everybody to the Jed the Fish Spring Purge. What does that mean? Well, let me ask you a few questions. If you are a fucktard that stalks me on the internet, hoping to come up with some negative information on me, could that be you? Are you a fucktard parent of a player I used to coach? And your daughter constantly continues to tell you how I'm still their...
Jed the Fish is awesome.
Or are you possibly a male spooning young punk fucktard assistant coach? Or
grow up and do coke like an adult.
Are you a complete hypocrite fucktard who publicly bashes me on my stupid past mistakes, including my DUIs, and then they get behind the wheel and they drive drunk constantly, yet they have not got caught yet?
No, juicy.
Is that you, perhaps? Are you a fucktard coach who maybe replaced me at a school that I used to coach at, and suddenly they took a program from 42 kids down to 16? Could that possibly be you?
Dance now, you overpaid clown!
Or lastly, are you a fucktard club coach? Someone who is involved with the biggest scam ever which happens to be Spring Club Soccer. Well, if you're any of these people, you're listening to the right show. Because you are about to get bitch slapped. So welcome. Here's your agenda. I'm going to give you an update on my crazy Jed life. Yep. Much more has happened since I've last spoken to you losers. I might play a game that Jed invented, and it's sweeping the nation. Will I have a club soccer rant? Yeah, probably. I'll give you a book update, and I'm going to give you the very last tavern update.
Jed the Fish is awesome.
So is the tavern. I might even have a douchebag of the spring. And then Keeper, in some capacity, will be on this show. And of course, the show's all about you. So text the show, 614-537-3468. I have made this the longest open ever, 6 minutes and 28 freaking seconds. You know why?
Dance now, you overpaid clown!
But in the meantime, as is tradition, little Graham Rabbit. Text the show. You have anything to say at all? Bring it. I'll answer anything you have a question, problem, whatever. Send it on. Judge your man. So, going off the rails and losing volume and everything else. It'll happen 15 times during the show. Just piece it together, people. All good. Thanks for joining. Back in a minute.
Hi, it's Keeper Beast. If you have a cell phone, laptop, or the internet, you already know, because I've mentioned it 847 times already, that I've made a lifestyle change. Yep, I lost 614 pounds. How did I do it? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. I went from conversations like this.
Like, I'm not fat, I'm pregnant. I'm like, whatever, it's gross. Now make me a sandwich.
Talk about your big butt.
I went from those conversations and now it's all about this.
I've got fake boobs and I'm not stupid.
How did I do it, ladies? Well, one simple process. You start using this on a daily basis. However, because of this...
I was just remembering how normal your vagina used to look compared to now.
Oh, well.
It's like an open-faced Reuben.
Oh my God, that's right.
Because of that, I had to go from this to using this to be able to give myself any pleasure. Yep, the more pleasure you give, the pounds just fall off like butter. So ladies, trust me when I say, start using this daily. Well, for someone like me with a gigantic vagina, use this. And you can lose weight like I did and mention it every 15 minutes on any social media site. Thanks for listening, and best...
You're listening to Jed the Fish, so change the damn channel while you still can.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than listening to that. Listen, 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 listen. If I lost a leg, would you still love me? Like, what? No. A leg? Right? What if I die, get up to heaven, and God's like, hey man, welcome to fucking heaven. I'm like, what did you say?
He's like, welcome to fucking heaven. I'm like, you can swear? He was like, fuck yeah. It's fucking heaven. Like, oh.
I warned you. I told you. Can't blame me. It's not my fault that the internet is fucking with my show. I might go back and do like a professional one. So if you're listening right now, this might be the only time you'll hear this ever. And I'll go back and do another. Frustrating. But it is what it is. Anyway, hey, last Saturday, did anyone win money? Anyone?
And down the stretch they come. Cucumber in Dino's butt is on the rail in first. Scott Morehouse wears a barley dress in second. Larry wants to toss your salad third. Cuke in Dino's butt, holding on, but flying outside as Larry wants to toss your salad. Larry wants to toss your salad, making a big move on the outside. Morehouse in ballerina dress is third. Cuke in butt first. Toss salad second. Cuke in butt. Cuke in Dino's butt is going to haul off Larry tossing your salad.
I could play that for 45 straight minutes.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Oh yeah, that too. Okay, so let's get to it. Texts. Haven't even looked yet. Let's go. Why not? Texts. I got... Ooh! The frickin' famous 614. He's got a survey question. Smack your bitches. Yeah, I'm going to smack my bitches. Goddamn right. Survey question. Why are most club coaches arrogant douchebags who think they know it all? Oh, why don't you just set me up for that grand frickin' slam? Miss you, pal. Where's everybody else? Text it. Oh, actually, I have about 8 million texts. Just not going to get to them yet. All right, let's go with the Jed's Crazy Life update. So, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but last spring, after 16 months of frickin' sobriety, voluntarily went to Northwest Ohio court to take care of a past DUI. I wanted to do the right thing. I think I told you guys, but I wanted to do the right thing. So long story short, I didn't really have to go back. I just had to stay out of that county for the rest of my life. Never even had to deal with it if I didn't want to, but the right thing to do was go back, so I did it. Well, anyway, it didn't go very well. So I subsequently lost my job. It was the third professional job I've had in my entire life. Well, whatever. I hated the job anyway. So what that turned into was the freaking Summer of Jed. Summer of Jed was basically me doing nothing but playing golf, laying at the pool, you know, getting tan, shit like that. But money struggles, blah, blah, blah. It was difficult. Didn't have a job for a while. But anyway, I went back and completely tried to improve my life. That's what I decided to do. Went to therapy, just worked very, very hard to become a better person. Well, during that time, I was about 2 weeks late on a rent-a-car that I've had. There's something called a mini lease where you can rent a car on a monthly basis. It just rolls over. I did that for 2 years with Avis, and I was about 2 weeks behind because of not having a job. And while talking to Avis, I basically, this is getting way too long. Long story short, I was in the car. A lot of people, myself, some other people that I knew that were in therapy, and even some family members, and I was doing the best I can to fulfill my commitment to all the kids that and parents and families that I was coaching last year. So I went from a game in Northwest Ohio, this is in September, and I was like, what the hell is this? Well, it ended up that Avis they put the rent-a-car that was about 3 weeks late at that point in as a stolen vehicle. No, that's not really right. It's more like this. Anyway, and long story short, there was a couple charges that got sent against me. Another charge was about someone had a bag in my car, and whatever. It wasn't my... anyway, that was the biggest mistake I made, was trusting people that I really didn't know very well. Well, bottom line, I ended up getting charged, and then suddenly, right after I got charged, of course, all the dildos in this fucking state that follow me around on the internet, just dying for anything to happen, went ballistic. And they started shooting text. Well, anyway, during this whole entire time, I was seriously sitting there, and I was
I got a big ego, ha ha ha. I'm such a big ego, I got a big.
I see where this is going.
She love my big ego.
Yep.
Stroke my big
douchebag of the spring. So throughout that whole thing, obviously I got charged with stolen car or some bullshit, and then another charge. It had nothing to do with me. But suddenly, one of our good buddies, who just happens to be the freaking a letter to one of the high schools that I was working with up in the northwest part of Ohio, and says, "Oh my God, this guy got in trouble again. He's a bad person." Well, long story short, they threw it on the internet, and it is what it is. But I have a question. Here's my question. Would I rather be someone that is 99% past all my past issues for all the stupid mistakes, while taking full responsibility for every mistake I ever made, and continuing to help myself, and continuing to pretty much volunteer and try to get kids into college and help them as much as I can? Or, oh, and by the way, I do have a nice, new, incredible new job. I have a full roster for 2014, even with some of the parents that pulled out after they found out about this stupid charge. Would I rather... And I have a great life. I'm not going to lie. Things have gotten so good over the last 27 months. So, would I rather be me? Or would I rather be the K coach or the Looney Town assistant, who have both been documented, and this is a proven fact, allegedly. Actually, this is a fact. These are the two individuals that players that I know that are under them currently, no pun, have sent me texts and emails stating that these two individuals, the cake coach who followed me at Toledo Central Catholic, and then his daughter followed him, that tool, and the assistant tool at Looney Town have both been documented to like current players or just past players pictures on both Facebook and Instagram of these kids when they're wearing bikinis, and they're liking it at 2:30 in the morning. Oops! Didn't think I would find out about that, did you, cake coach? Or Looney Town fucking pedophile, allegedly. So, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the insecure coach who is scared shitless that they're going to find out, anyone's going to find out, that they couldn't quite live up to where the coaching standard was when I left, and they might have some deeper skeletons in the closet, allegedly? Or would you rather be somebody that is doing everything in their power to correct their life. I'll let you decide that. But bottom line, those guys, and one other, who I'll get to in a moment, have luckily been named this spring's douchebag of the season.
How do I say this nicely? Loser, loser, loser!
Shut up and mind your own business, asshole.
Oh, now I get it. She's a moron. Bon appetit, douchebag.
I will choke you if you were younger, smaller, and preferably white.
Be sure to vote for Giant Douche.
I've got fake boobs and I'm not stupid.
I hate you so much, I want to shoot you in your face.
I'm gonna take a pillowcase and fill it full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of you.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
Might I have your first name, Mr. Head, and tell me it isn't Dick?
I am going to kick your ass. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Don't be starting what you can't finish, bitch.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
I know that was a long way to go on a story just for a douchebag of the week, but you know what? I've been 100% transparent the entire time I've been on the radio, and I don't care because I'm not embarrassed of what happened in my past. Learned from it, got better from it. What are the chances that you're running a car, you're a couple weeks behind, and you're going from one good thing to another good thing, which is just basically trying to help kids get into college and you get pulled over. So it is what it is. I don't care. Anyway, update on the court. The charges were already reduced. They're hopefully going to be dropped. All indications are they are going to be dropped. And if not, you know what? I made a mistake. I trusted somebody in that car that I probably shouldn't have trusted because I didn't know them very well, but I thought they were doing well. And it is what it is. I'll take responsibility like I do for everything else. Any other mistake I made in my past, at least I'm not liking 14-year-old pictures of girls on the frickin' internet, you psychopaths. Anyway, that's my story. Wanted to give you an update on my life. There you go! Plenty more coming up. Back in a moment. Rant number 2 on its way. Thanks for joining Jed the Fish. Whee!
I don't really know how the game gets played, but it really shows how the faces change. Now they get old, never get wiser. Big talk, big talk. Try to do a lot, but I'm staying in bed. I take it to the heart, I take it to the head. I'm not gonna lie, I think you're a liar. Big walk, big walk. Funny how words never do mean shit unless your name is in front of it. Try to play it grown up, but we really just kids. Just kids. We get high, we don't lie. You got your rehearsal, don't fight. Hold your fire, take your time. You just keep coming from all sides. Big talk, ha. Big walk, ha. Big talk, ha. Big walk, hold your fire, take your time. Hold your fire. You gotta follow me slow, cause you can't relate. Here you all come, you're coming up late. Open up wide, oh. Big talk, You're trying to get some, I'm trying to get saved. I hear you all talk, but it don't hold weight. Say I'm a
It's Jed the Fish again, here to talk about that book. You know what? I'll finish the book whenever I'm fucking ready to finish the book. There's so many more idiots that I've met, and loser coaches I've met, and freak parents I've met. I've got 5 more chapters of shit I gotta write in a book. When it's done, it's done. Then buy it. Jed out.
Jed the Fish creamed her.
Jackpot! Hey, Jed the Fish again, branching out. And proud to announce the brand new Jed the Fish shoe line. Yes, these trendsetters come in 2 colors, white and extremely white. And for added style, each shoe has a knee-high white sock attached to it. So losers,
Like me, keeper.
your lonely weekend nights are over as soon as you start sporting these new opposite sex magnets. The Jed the Fish shoe line, available exclusively at Nordstrom's.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
Ladies, you know what it feels like in the elevator when you're in complete silence with a bunch of strangers? Now put your penis in your hand.
Hi, you're listening to Jed the Fish Show, and he's our beach.
I'm your bitch?
You're listening to the Jed the Fish Show, and I don't know why.
Hi, this is Keeper Beast. I'm a frequent contributor to this show. I'm also a soccer superstar, a coach, and a teacher. Well, you know me best for this sexy voice of mine, but I must say, I've done a horrible, horrible thing. You see, I wasn't born with the best thighs in the world, so I went out and did something about it, and I'm not proud of it. Yes, now I have man thighs. How, you ask? Well, found a guy, got him drunk, and cut off his thighs and superglued him to mine. So now I have man thighs. What's the problem, you ask? Well, it's almost swimsuit season. Can't have these man thighs anymore. So if you see a guy laying in a ditch somewhere without any thighs, tell him I'm sorry. Thanks. And listen to this sexy voice of mine.
This bed is on fire with passion and love. The neighbors complain about the noises above, but she only comes when she's on top. My therapist said not to see you no more. She said you're like a disease without any cure. She said I'm so upset that I'm becoming a bore. Oh no. Ah, you think you're so pretty. Caught your hand inside the till, slammed your fingers in the door, bought kitchen knives and skewers, dressed me up in women's clothes, messing around.
Welcome back. Never surprises me how difficult this is to try to pull this shit off. Alright. Anyway. Want to get to 2 more things real quick. Number 1, obviously, this is something that's been, I don't know, a huge, huge goal of mine, dream of mine, I guess you could say. I've just wanted to do this for so very long, and I have some news on the Jed the Fish Tavern.
a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We
A boat to open. It has been so hard to keep this a secret, but guess what, everybody? The dream I've had for over 2 years is officially over. At least for this summer. Keeper, if you say one fucking thing, go to hell! So here's the deal. Obviously, the goal was to open for the World Cup. Not going to happen. For the people that know me very, very well and that I consider friends, they know some things that are going on right now in my private life, which are fucking surreal, amazing, incredible, which makes this entire Jed the Fish Tavern thing it not only a realistic possibility, but about 10 times better than it ever could be. The problem is, let me just put it this way. I made a sale to something called General Orders, but I was made aware about 2 weeks ago that the bonus from that particular sale will be about 8 months down the road. So I'm not going to string it along any longer. Realistic, it's not going to open this summer. So we got to find a place to watch the World Cup. Bottom line, eventually it will be open. I'm always going to keep that in the back of my mind. And as soon as that big, fat, 6, 7 figure... Anyway, as soon as I get that money, then it'll be time for this. I know most of you don't believe me, but I don't give a shit because I already know it's true. So, in the meantime, rest in peace, Jed the Fish Tavern. Sad as it is what it is. What can you do? And by the way, for the people that were like, just fucking open it already. Do you even know what goes into opening a fucking tavern? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Keeper Beast! The fuck? You just sit there like, oh, click your fingers and make it open. It'll never open. Yeah, well, you know what? It's a little more difficult than that, dumbass. So go ahead and feel free to open one yourself. Anybody out there? At least I know the hoops you got to jump through. And it will eventually happen. And it'll be a place that everyone can drink for free. But unfortunately, it won't be in time for the World Cup. So anyone has any suggestions? 614-537-3468. Shoot them out and I'll let you know. We'll make a decision where everyone's going to go. And lastly, speaking of Keeper, if I see one more fucking selfie of you online, we're all proud of you for losing 643 pounds.
When she was at the table, I kept on thinking, look at me while he...
But it's really getting disturbing watching a new selfie every fucking day.
With another girl? Do you think he was just doing that to make me jealous? Because he was totally...
We are proud of you, kiddo.
Texting me all night last night.
But let it go.
I don't know if it's a booty call or not. So, what do you think? Did you think that girl's pretty? How did that looking get in here? Do you see her? She's so short and that dress is so tacky.
One more break. Then the real reason of this entire show. I got some club information to pass along. Everyone got scammed. And I'm here to expose. Be right back. Thanks for joining me.
Let me take a selfie.
Hello, all you whippersnappers. I'm Grandpa Mark, and it's way past my bedtime. But I wanted to hear what this young fella, Jed, is talking about. When I played soccer, we called it kick a big fat rock around because we were too busy doing the Charleston. Whee! But I'm gonna go to sleep now because I don't even know what's going on. Am I in a mall? Am I walking around?
Hey, Sport, let me ask you a question. When Dad here takes you to the ballpark, do you like a foot-long Frank or a hot steaming plate of vagina?
I am not a ghost.
If you're not a ghost, then prove it right now.
How?
Pee on me.
They're supposed to be athletes. Ruben in lane 6 is chewing on the second hurdle. Sorry, I found that funny. I'll tell you what's not funny. They sell those foam hands. You're number one, except they're shaped like that. How does that build character?
You're listening to Jed the Fish, so change the damn channel while you still can.
I liked walking down the road naked with my teammates. That was quite a fun time. We really bonded.
Note to the entire world, I was not there during that, thankfully.
Welcome back. Some texts. I'm reading these cold. I don't care what they say. From the 614 again. Man, sorry to hear about your rough patch you went through there. God will bless you through your good deeds and you will succeed. Count on it. Thanks, man. Still doing the camp in June. Yes! There is a soccer camp. Jed the Fish Academy soccer camp. I'll give you details on that coming up. Go to Vegas for World Cup. We will be there. It'll be nuts. Holy shit, that's not a bad idea. Thanks for the kind words there, bro. From the 740. All it says is fuck you, fuck you. Wait, is that you, Gramps? So sorry. The show Brain Trust has been kicking in all night. And then he wants to go to sleep. Yeah, I know, Gramps. It's way past your bedtime. Why was Dino in Jed's car with a bag? Anyone else notice Keeper's voice cracking? Too many cigarettes. I love you guys. Oh, we got a picture, too. Super slam. Alright, I gotta get to this. I was gonna play Gaydar tonight. That's the game. No time. I'm gonna do a show, I don't know, next week. A better one. I think everyone pretty much at this point realizes that I decided to tell everyone what was going on with my private life because fucking losers on the internet that keep on following me around, you psychopaths. Alright, I wanted to get to Club Spring Soccer. Bottom line, guys, I want to make sure everyone understands this, and if you're a parent, please listen very, very closely. Soccer in the spring is a fucking scam. Sorry, it's true. Here's some of the myths about spring soccer. Club soccer in the spring. Myth number 1, clubs get players into college. Okay, so some of the better spring club soccer teams are supposed to get or have the easiest way into college. Oh, really? Is that really true? Well, let me ask you this question. If that is in fact true, why would a club coach... Now, I'm not naming one. I'm going to name about 15. So, and like everything else, there's some good coaches, some bad coaches. But bottom line, the majority of spring coaches that I've seen or dealt with this year, which I'm talking Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, all over the fucking state, Northwest Ohio, every single club coach that I've spoken to or that I've watched or seen, here's what's actually going on in spring club soccer. Everyone says that you can easily get your way into college. Give us $5,000 and we'll get your kid into college. Oh, okay, really? Well, so far, I'm just thinking of 3 off the top of my head examples of players that have been in one position their entire 14 to 16-year soccer career. They get to this particular club, and suddenly that arrogant, smug club coach thinks that they're a better player somewhere else. So when they're shooting at, or when they're going out to a showcase or one of these many tournaments that ECNL or even MRL or whatever, they go into these tournaments, these showcase tournaments for the coaches to look at them. They're playing in a fucking position they've never played before. I've seen that happen all the time this spring. So apparently that coach knows better than the 15 coaches before him, and he decides to pull that kid and play her at some position she's never played. That's great. That's really wonderful. Thanks, guy. Not only that, they will keep committed players that already have their free ride or their whatever assistance at some school. They'll play them in positions and let these other kids sit on the bench or give them 5 minutes. The fuck is that about? Is that actually helping a kid get into college? Someone explain it to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Unbelievable what I'm seeing. So we got that, and then either these coaches are so fucking arrogant that they think they can completely make a new player from someone that's been, I don't know, let's just say offensive player their whole life, and they throw them in the back and think that they're going to get a full ride in the back from half of a spring season. Are you fucking kidding me? So they're either lazy, they're either absolutely incompetent, or they have zero organizational skills. Because if you're going to do that, why don't you at least let the kid, I don't know, maybe practice there a few times before a showcase, or even try to figure out when there's a good opportunity for the kid that's trying to get into school and has college coaches watching them. Why don't you try to figure out a way to put them back there where they're normally at, or up front where they're normally at, in a practice or two, and then, oh my God, go figure, you can actually sub them in for 15, 20 minutes when you know the college coaches they're watching. But no, it's all about the club coach. I literally watched a game today, and I'm not exaggerating. I watched a game today. It was a Cincinnati school, but this is truly what happened. I saw the smug-ass club coach get up out of his chair, take, 7 minutes to walk from his chair to the midfield stripe, and then said like 3 words to the player, like everyone was sitting there hanging on to his every word. And then he just slowly walked back. Oh, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The fuck is wrong with these arrogant, smug pieces of shit? Another coach I saw today had his back turned towards the field half of the game. He's either watching his phone, on Facebook or whatever, or he's just not paying attention to the game. Yet these are the ones that supposedly are going to get your kids into college. Fuck that, it doesn't work. It's a gigantic scam. And the other big, huge, gigantic myth about club coaches, that they're the best coaches in the state, I am not kidding when I say that I've heard the following statements out of coaches this spring. Ready? Run faster. Kick it. Keep running. That's at the 14, 16, and 18, U18 level. And again, I'm not kidding. There's one coach that is known as the team destroyer. I don't know how the fuck this guy's got a job, but he's destroying, making players go backwards in the season in which they're supposed to be getting better so they can get themselves a future in college. Well done, spring soccer. You guys are fucking amazing. So, as a recap on club, here's what club does. They practice, and during practice, they have cool stretches for an hour and 45 minutes. In games, they play your daughter out of position. How do they coach? Oh, they smugly walk 15 steps up to the mid-shield stripe, say something, and walk back like they're the greatest thing on the planet. And lastly, they don't even give a shit if college coaches are watching them at a showcase. They take your $2,500 and they run with it. Figure something else out, or find... we need an influx of new coaches in the spring. I haven't dealt with spring soccer in years, and it is seriously this pathetic. And that's across the board, with the exception of a few coaches that I know have, like everything else, have their heart in the right place. Otherwise, it's a money grab, and basically I've been disgusted with what I've seen this spring. And on that happy note, I just want to say thanks for listening, everybody. What did you learn tonight? Nothing. Were you entertained tonight? Well, let's see. Keeper uses a vacuum cleaner to lose weight, and another coach I know goes to sleep at 7:30 in the morning, or at 7:30 at night. There you go. Thanks for joining. This one's getting destroyed. I'll have a new one up. Get the fish out. Woo.